Hello, my sweet Virgos. This is your reading for Tuesday, April 1st. Happy April Fool's Day. We're going to call on St. Michael. St. Michael, please transmute all negative energy to positive sent toward myself or the sign of Virgo. We're going to call on the Holy Spirit, angels, saints, spirit guides, and ancestors and ask for a message for your greater good. We pray for truth and only truth for the sign of Virgo. It's for Virgo, sun, moon, or rising, or anywhere in your chart. Cross watchers, you are welcome. So let's see. I have my door open because I got the dogs. Mark is not here. And Rocco chewed a hole in my runner from my hallway that I just bought. He dug a hole in it because Mark was outside and I had my door shut. So now we have to babysit because we don't know what he's going to chew up. So, all right. Let's see. We're going to start with the Answers Oracle. See what we get. All right, for Virgo. What does Virgo need to know? Beautiful Virgo or handsome Virgo. What do they need to know? Woo! What do they need to know? Okay. I feel like this came out for you recently, this second card here. Wow. One more. Yeah, okay. The bottom of the deck is memories, old acquaintances, old debts, recollections, and prejudices. I feel like this is talking about something that happened in the past. Somebody could be reminiscing about you, or somebody could be rethinking the information that was presented to them in the past. Because the first card that came out was trust, and it was on the fence. This is a blockage. Sincerity, respect, carefulness, and support. Someone you can't trust. And I think people are waking up to the fact that someone is not trustworthy. With cooperation, acceptance, listening, teamwork, and win-win, you accepted without accountability and moved on. And then we got secrets, codes, treasures, bribes, and disguise. This talks about someone trying to keep secrets, trying to keep things hidden, things that they were doing, but timing, right, Virgo? Deadline, synchronization, rhythm, and moment. I feel like it was only a matter of time before these secrets were exposed. And then we got jealousy, possessiveness, competitiveness, dependency, and paranoia. I feel like this is what's coming out. The things that they did because they were jealous. Wow. All right, let's see what's going on, Virgo. You've healed from all the deception. You just accepted it and kept it moving. You said, you know what, life's too short for me to worry about your distorted energy. I'm just removing you. Yeah, this was a player with the moon here that was a deceiver. You recognize it. You're like, no. Nope. Eight of Swords, you left them trapped right where they were. You just said, I'm not giving to that energy. I'm just not doing it. Yeah, you went off and found your own happiness. 10 of Cups. Whether this is on your own or with someone, you said, I'd rather be alone and happy than deal with your energy. It's dark. Yeah, 10 of Pentacles. You started following your new path, building your legacy. All right, trust on the fence. What is this trust on the fence for Virgo? Trust on the fence for Virgo. Yeah, this was someone that could have been Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, or someone that presented themselves in a way that they were honest, they were loyal, they were trustworthy, and that the direct opposite was true. They like to put people in competition. They like to cause chaos and conflict. And this is exactly why you close the cycle. You are all that in a bag of chips, Virgo. You are not going to compete for a player. You're not going to compete for someone that is an illusionist that wears a mask. You said, I'm out. You can play that game with someone else that's broken. I'm healed. Yeah, you were definitely put in the wounded warrior energy. You could have been put in a third-party situation, and you said, okay, thank you. I'm free. I'm going to be honest with myself. I'm going to be honest with others. I'm going to cut you out, and I'm going to move on, and I'm going to live the best life because that's what I deserve. It caused a burden. You standing up for yourself, speaking the truth, and cutting this person off, it caused them a heavy burden. Yeah, because you found stability on your own, within your own energy, in your own right, you found your stability. This person was so delusional, this player from your past, they thought the only way you could find anything positive was through them. What they didn't realize is they were the problem. They were the burden. They were the energy blockage. Once you remove that dead weight, everything turned out amazing in your life. Things started to line up for you. Acceptance. Cooperation. What is this? Acceptance, cooperation. Yeah, it's like once you accepted this situation, see, toxic people will not give you closure because they feel like if they don't give you closure that you'll still be holding on because you need the truth. But evolved souls recognize that that's a game that they play. And we release ourselves by forgiving without accountability, without the truth, because we already know the truth. God has already given us the truth. You know, this kind of wanted to come out sideways. This King of Wands, this immature, self-absorbed energy that's a player, they sit in the energy of regret because you set heavy boundaries now. You accepted and said, okay, that's what you want. That's what you will have, but you're not going to have it with me. I'm out. So by you moving on, you left this person to sit in their disgusting energy, and now they have regret. Yeah, now they sit in the energy of feeling abandoned or rejected. You gave them true unconditional love, and they know that. All right, let's see what these secrets are, guys. All right, please clarify the secrets for Virgo. Secrets for Virgo. Secrets. Okay, so this person is drowning in emotion. They do want to come in and give you an apology. I don't feel this person's done any healing work, and I don't feel this person will come in with any type of truth. They put in a lot of work because into a different situation because they thought they were going to get financial reward. This person is seeing you as the Empress energy. They could be trying to keep this hidden. The work that they put in to come against you, how they tried to destroy you and your relationship. This is someone that could have placed all the blame on you as well. There is a lot of secrets here. You don't even care. You just moved on for your own peace. All right, timing. Timing. Yeah, somebody's going to be defeated. You're going to get information on this. This could be a marriage or a long-term union this person from your past went into. Dysfunctional, it's falling apart. This is defeat, 5 of Swords. You're going to get news. Then the word's going to get out. Not that you care. I don't think you care about what happens to this person's life. It's that false emperor energy. The one that cheated, lied, and stole. Remember that one you moved away from? Yeah, that is who this is about. It could be a man or a woman. You know, it could be a controlling, dominating, feminine energy too. All right, jealousy. Let's see the jealousy. For Virgo. Jealousy. Jealousy. Yeah, you know, this person's jealousy only led them to the 4 of Cups, making stupid decisions. You know, ostracizing themselves, missing opportunities. You're too strong. Virgo, Queen of Pentacles, you were too strong to be defeated. Once you healed, no, you were too strong. This person couldn't interfere with your life, and they know it. This person, devil. See, the devil works in this energy. The devil likes to invoke feelings of jealousy and envy, to pit partners against each other so that they can, the devil can destroy families. And that's what this person did. This person fell for the devil's game to inspire feelings of jealousy, competition. Yep. This person fell for the bait. And also, this person was tempted by the devil with passion, lust. These are all things that the devil is a master at. That's the truth. That's the truth. Memories for Virgo. Memories. Yeah. See, this person's remembering the truth you spoke to them. I don't know what you said to this person. Sorry, my nose is itching. But they're remembering the truth you spoke to them. This is someone that's been spying on you. The blockage is they can't return. They know they can't return. But they're reminiscing about the memory of what you spoke to them, the truth you spoke to them. Yeah, they could want to apologize. I don't think this person has the courage to be honest and truly apologize, but you already know that and you don't need their apology. With the trust as the blockage, someone that was a past person that likes to present themselves as someone that's honorable, but in reality, they put people in competition. They're insecure. They need people fighting over them. And you close that cycle because Virgo, you're not fighting for anyone. You're not doing that. Real love, you don't have to fight for real love, right? You don't. You just don't. All right. Let's see. Queen of Pentacles, World. Yeah, you started a brand new cycle without this person. All right. Trust on the fence. Let's see. Trust on the fence. Yeah. This player knows it's over. Dead and gone. Up in smokes. Now they see you as the star, being loved and celebrated. Now they see your value. Now they see you shining your light, the confidence that you emanate, your high vibrational energy, and now they want to communicate. As if you would want to communicate with this person. Yep, it's that false emperor, that tyrannical energy that's weak and insecure, that has to be a tyrant, bully people, be controlling and dominating to hide their insecurities. They're in an illusion. They're delusional if they think you want to communicate. Because if you are aligning with this reading, I don't see that you have a desire to communicate with this person. You don't need their apology. You don't need their half-truths. With cooperation, you accepted it. This King of Wands on the fence was a player. They were operating from ego. You know, they thought they could do better than you. They thought that you didn't have enough to offer. Maybe they were bored with your loving energy, your purity. This person's in regret now because you don't want anything to do with this person. You have your guard up. Like, don't even come over here. There is nothing for you here. I've given you my last ounce of energy. Cooperation. Oop. Cooperation. Yeah. Now this person sits in their feels, drowning in their emotions, facing a very painful ending, Ten of Swords. The same deception and betrayal that they gave to you. Because it's energy. What you put out, you get back. When you deceive someone that had good intentions, that only wanted to love you, you can write it on paper. It's going to happen to you at some time in the future. Because energy always returns. And that's what's happening. That's what's happening. They're trapped in the situation that they're in. You know, the situation they chose for money, that they took reckless action and jumped into because they thought this was going to be a big success. No, they're exhausted. The cycle's closing. This person, you know, it's like a carrot on a stick. This person was given a carrot on a stick. You're going to get this. You're going to receive this. Choose this. Get rid of the collective. It was all an illusion. And this person can continue to hold on and hold on and hold on for the rest of their life. It was a carrot on the stick. They'll never get it. Nope. Because whoever they connected with, they have, they only think of themselves. They're only going to take care of themselves. They're not going to take care of this person. With secrets are coming out. You know, this person's very emotional now. They may want to come in and apologize, but they put in a lot of work for this money. And they put in a lot of work to go against the Empress, their divine femme energy. And these secrets are coming out. There could have been bribes. They could have been bribing people. Definitely lies, telling half-truths, anything to get people to turn against you. The Empress again. Empress twice. Yep. One more. See, they were sending messages. They were planting these seeds. This was a plan. They were distorting how people perceived you. They were lying is what they were doing. But they were doing it because they had this idea that if they created a storyline where you were the one, Two of Pentacles, that was viewed as unstable, that it would hide their true intentions, which is to connect with a karmic partner for money, but you would be the one blamed for it. Yeah, they connected with a love bomber gaslighter that was a third party. They could have had a whole group involved in this plot, this scheme, but they didn't account for you being the phoenix rising above the ashes, taking your power back and saying, I don't want you anyway. Thanks. Next. Yeah, you fought back. You fought back. You put in the work to take your power back. And that wheel started turning in your favor, and you said, hasta la vista, baby. I'm done. I'm out of here. I'm gone. All right. So, it's only a matter of time. Whatever this union is that they thought they were going to have stability, there's a blockage. It's going to fall apart. There's defeat. And people, Page of Wands, are going to talk about it. You're going to hear about it. There's messages about it. Timing for Virgo. Timing. Yeah, Wheel of Fortune. That wheel always turns, doesn't it? That wheel's turning in your favor now and against this group of people. Timing. Nine of Pentacles. Yes, I would say it's turning in your favor, Virgo. Building something on your own, being confident and independent, financially stable, not needing anyone but God. Nine of Pentacles, it's the lady or man of luxury. Yes, that wheel's turning in your favor. Yep, and a passionate new beginning headed your way. Wow, gifts and blessings from God. With jealousy, the truth's coming out about all this, the motives. This person was insanely jealous of you when you were with them. They were in silent competition with you. This energy, which the devil is the one that inspired these feelings of jealousy, this only got them in the Four of Cups feeling like they weren't chosen. They missed opportunities because you were too strong to be defeated. You found your confidence. You found your worth. You're the Queen of Pentacles. You're very grounded and stable without this person. With this person, it was a nightmare. Jealousy. Jealousy. Yeah. This person, the blockages, they have no peace in their life. They can't escape the situation they're in. They're in regret. And the other thing is you're building generational wealth. The one thing they coveted most, I say it all the time, they wanted money. They're not going to get it, but you are, Virgo. And that's how it works. That's how it plays out in this reality. Yeah, Five of Wands, this person is so jealous and envious because you are the Phoenix rising. You are. I love it. With memories, this person's thinking back on something you spoke to them, some truth you spoke to them. They've been spying on you, but they know they can't return to you. Memories. Memories. Yeah, you walked away. Five of Swords, this person's defeated. They are just defeated. Because they're blocked. They can't come in and manipulate. They can't lie. You don't want to hear any words out of this person's mouth. High Priestess, you're so gifted, you already know the truth. You already know what you need to know. You're not interested. You see this person as nothing but a big illusion. Big fat liar. Yeah, they're in mental anguish. You know all of this. They're under God's judgment. And you're protected from this person, this King of Wands. You're protected. Yeah, so they're saying you do have new love that's coming in if you haven't met this person that is going to put in the work. This is someone that will love you for you. They're not going to be jealous or envious. They're going to truly love you. And this person from your past is going to be forced to watch your blessings pour in. Ace of Pentacles, you being loved and celebrated, having victory and success. Wow. All right. Virgo, this is your reading. I love you guys so much. If you're interested in scheduling, I'm scheduling for next week. And if you're interested in meeting new people, you can also check out Astrodivinity. I love you guys so much. You're amazing, Virgo. Keep going. Keep shining your light. Don't look back. This is just all a part of God's plan to awaken this person. And that's just the way it is. So, all right, guys, I will see you for Wednesday's reading. Have an amazing day. Bye-bye.